Hey, Heather. Just trying to get it set up here. How you doing? How's it look there? I think that's good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hey, Darla. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Thank you. Let's see. Where's Phil? Oh, there's Phil. Hi, Ashley. Oh, my goodness. Gotta get my voice going here. I guess before I come on, I should go me. Get my voice going before I start. So, hi, Kat, Kenny. Let me turn my fan a little so it doesn't sound like I'm talking into it. So we got a little bit of happy mail and a couple of books. I set this up for a thumbnail so y'all could see what we're doing. Maybe I should tweet it. So let me take a picture real quick and tweet this, guys. Let's see. Let's move it. How's everybody doing? Hi, Painty Girl. Joey, Pamela, Debsy. Hi, Ian. Happy hump day to you, too. Just going to take a quick picture here. Let's go ahead and crop that down. Hi, Jerry. I'm just trying. I said hi to Dara. Just trying to say hi to everybody as you come in while I get a tweet ready here. What's everybody working on this week? Anything? Seeing what everybody's doing. Hi, Doodle Fingers. I don't think I've met you. You're doing gouache, okay? Green 67. Good day. Yeah, that's right. You're down under, right? So Heather's working in fairy celebrations. I know. I worked in it a little last week. Hi, Tez. Can y'all hear me okay? Hi, CB. I'm trying to make sure I don't scream at you. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Teresa. Hi, Teresa. I got your happy mail I'm going to show. Teresa sent some happy mail and some stuff for my YouTube yearbook. I'm working on losing weight, low down. Oh, congratulations, Ashley. Hi, Melody. Melody, I'm going to work on your picture today. I'm doing this one for Miss Melody to thank her for all she does for the community. Yeah, it arrived. Yeah, no, not torn or anything. It arrived just fine. Yeah, we're going to work with some pan pastels. And of course, we always add pencil too. So, yeah. Yeah. And what I like about it, it's like she just put a binder on the edge that you can remove. So they're all individuals. They're individual, like little mini posters. So, yeah, it's really nice. Let me tweet this real quick, guys. Hi, Pamela. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to work on today. Let's see. I always spell Mernin. It always goes to Mernin. Where's my coffee? Oh my gosh. I know, isn't it, Kenny? I know. Kenny said it's a perfect book because you can take it's already taken apart for you. Hi, Crafting with Peppers. Let's see, Donna, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Working and lurking. Hey, I do that all the time. I do that all the time, working and lurking. So yeah, if you are new, I usually come on. It's a little dark today. I don't know why. It's a little. Do I need more? Is it light enough, guys? Is it light enough? I can move some more lights around. Let's see. I lost one. One quit working. So I don't know what happened with that. So if it's, I can lighten it up manually if it's too dark. But once I start working on it, it's gonna change anyway. So if you're joining us for the first time or watch a recording, I always start the show off a little bit early to say good morning to everybody. Thanks, Kenny. Hi, Donna. Said hi to Debbie. Hi, Cosmeti. Good morning. Good to see you. You're welcome, Cosmeti. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's either, yeah, I think it's Cosmeti. Hi, Kathy. Who else am I missing? I look away for a second and check. Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up already. Hi, Kathy G. Elena, Pamela, Kusmetu, Kusmetu. Yeah, everybody will welcome you. Everybody's friendly here. So Janet won't be here today because she has Janet has a what do you call it? She had to go. She had an appointment, so she already told me she wouldn't be here. So hopefully, Picola or Julie Topaz. Ian's here too. Don't make Ian mad, people. Don't make Ian mad. Oh, that might, yeah, I could do the reflective board of foil. That's a good idea. I might try that, Ian. Where would I put it though? That's a thing. I don't know where I'd put it. I guess I could put it on top. I could put it on top of my yardstick that holds my camera. That might work, Ian. But then it might block. It might block some light though. We'll see. I'll have to try that. There's Sammy. Hiya. Hi, Sammy. There's little sister Cheryl. Anybody else I missed? Yeah, we're going to be coloring this picture today for Miss Melody. Hi, Nick and Tina. To thank her. There's Jean. Jean, you're up early. Miss Knitter now. She's like dissed on the watercolor, just knitting for months. I always post. Let's see if I can find it real quick. There's this cute GIF. I guess it's a GIF. It's a GIF, not a meme. They're the same thing to me. let me. I might have to do it to Jean again. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just see if I can find it. Knitting. I'll show it to you. I won't post it. I'll just show it. Whoops. I've got knotting. Let's do knitting. I post this to Jean. Well, there's a couple different ones. There's this one. Totally covered in knitting. And then there's there's one more that's completely covering somebody. You can't even see them. Yeah, minus the bun. Let's see. Where's that other one I post all the time? There's a lot of this one. Here, this is a good one too. Look at this one. So Jean is dissing us. Jean is dissing us for knitting. Yes, the Mona Lisa. I know I've got to do. I'd have to go in the other room. I need to take a video on my phone of that. That's what I need to do. Is like, Jean did one time, but I need to take a video of the Mona Lisa illusion quilt, or I don't know if you call it a quilt, a blanket. What do you call it? What do you call it, Jean? It's like a whole blanket, but it's has Mona Lisa illusion to, you can tilt it one way and you can't see her and you tilt it the other. It's a blanket, a wall. Yeah, I use it for a wall hanging. But yeah, it's an illusion knitting. Okay. Hi, Picola. Oh, no electricity and phone battery about to die. We'll be back as soon as I get the power back on. Okay, Picola. Thank you for letting us know. Hurry back. Hey, I totally get it. My Wi-Fi went out last Wednesday at the end of our show. So it was only out for about 30 minutes. So, yeah. Hi, Taps Ghost Lover. Taps, I saw they're doing lots of marathons of ghost hunters because I want you to watch all the new ones. I don't watch them. It's not the same as when it was back when they were just plumbers. You know what I'm talking about, Taps. When the guys were just, like 10 years ago, I guess it was. Now, and then they quit the show. Then they each now have their own show. I just don't, it's not the same, Oh my gosh. Hi, Joey. Let's see. I know I'm probably missing some people. Yes, I do, but I'm watching. Yeah, you watch it anyway. Yeah. I mean, I catch one here or there. I just don't go out of my way to watch them anymore. Hi, Angela. But speaking of, hi, Sarah. Hi, Sketch Cantation. Let's see, Angela S. Who else am I missing? So we're going to color this today with, of course, I'm going to start with pan pastels. I had to close the door to keep the cats out because we can't have them walking on the pan pastels. But I have a couple books, and I have a couple, Happy Mail. And actually I have more than a couple books, but I only brought 3 in today. I have more, but we'll just break it up. So, and I got to say, this Jane Davenport, it's a little, I think it's brand new. I had to wait a week to get it, so I think it just came out. I thought it was going to be bigger like her other one because I wanted to put it in my Jane Davenport book. Wait, let me show you where it is. Where's my Jane journal? Well, it's not really a Jane journal, but it kind of is. Wait, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay. So y'all know what I did in this journal is I took apart one of Jane's journals. I don't even remember which one it was. Why do I have these in here? I don't know. I was going to do those. Her art journal. I took it all apart, and every other page I glued in some of her art, and then I've been using it for swatches and other things. It's a lot of fun. I love this book. And I put swatches and just different things in it. And there's some Smack and Dragon, some more swatching, inking, and just bits of her book. Well, when this other one I saw on Amazon was coming out, I said, oh, I'm going to get that and add it. I can add it. Now, I can still add it, but there'll be small pages because I thought it was going to be bigger. So if you want to get, hi, Mama 4. If you want to get, did you just send a tweet? Oh, okay. Yes, I do, Jean. Thank you. So if you get this, don't get me wrong. It's awesome. It's just like a mini version. And then she has all kinds of prompts in it. I mean, it's great, especially if you're one that likes little books, right? Littler, smaller journals, carry around art journals. So I know Jean's been knitting 8 to 10 hours a day for 5 weeks. She's addicted. I'm serious. She needs an intervention. She needs a knitting intervention. Jean needs a knitting intervention. Okay, we'll go to Twitter here and find jeans. Okay, so here's what it looks like. She sent a whole bunch of pictures. So now remember, this is the size of a wall. Well, half a wall maybe. Well, I don't know what it is. It's probably what, Jean, 6 by 8, something like that. 6 by 8. I'm kind of guesstimating. So this is what it looks like from one angle. Then you tilt it, and you can see Mona Lisa in it. Look. See how somebody's holding that up over their head. Isn't that, I know, it's called illusion knitting. Now you got to remember too, Jean, the musical scrapper, has 10% vision. And she did this. Nobody has any excuse not to do something around here, people. And so anyway, I have it in the other room. So, yeah. Hi, Kia. I know, right? So, yeah, just FYI, people. FYI. Okay, so what I was saying, though, is this book is just smaller. It's a smaller Jane. It's an awesome book. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's just, I know I need to do that, guys. I need to check the sizes of the books I order. I think, oh my gosh, that's an awesome book. And then I go, oh, it's kind of little. Oh, so anyway, Kia, are you home? Wasn't Kia in the hospital? Is she home? Did I see Kia? I saw Jean say something, so I might have missed it. So yeah, it's an awesome book. I think it's brand new because I had to wait for it. Oh, she's still in the hospital. Okay. Well, we're wishing you well, Kia. You do that when you buy at Amazon, Crafting with Peppers. You buy it without checking, or you do check. Hi, Art Journal Junkie in South Africa. Welcome. Hi, great. Cynthia. So anyway, if you like small journals, again, let me read a few of the prompts. Okay, I'm not looking at chat for a minute now. I don't want to miss anybody coming in, but I might. So I'm just going to randomly pick some. Do you have a flamboyant side? Describe it. If not, what can you do to stand out? You know, she's trying to kind of coordinate her art with it. Describe your superhero alter ego. Give her a name. Who is your sidekick? See how she's got the art there with it? Do you have a hobby or other interest you don't share with people? Is there something people would be surprised to learn you're an expert at? Well, we're not surprised about Jean and her knitting. Now, if she could just get back to watercolor. I'm sorry, I'm dissing on you, Jean. Gotta throw some shade. Okay, I don't think there is ever a wrong time for a polka dot. Okay, so here's the prompt. What is your trademark? In your personal style, your artwork, your speech. Let's see. This says you will always have more than a single chance. Write about a chance you feel you missed or passed up. If you had the chance again, would you take advantage of it? So, yeah, isn't this kind of cool? Again, I love the book. I was just hoping it was bigger so I can incorporate it into my other book, right? Write about a time when you were told not to do something. Write about a time when you were told no to something you wanted to do, but you did it anyway. What were the results? Would you do it again? Write about a goal you would like to achieve. Are there smaller goals you can tackle to achieve a larger goal? If you could go back in time and change 3 decisions you made, what would they be? How can you use that knowledge in the future? So isn't it cool, though, guys? I mean, Jane's stuff's always very inspirational and very colorful. Let's look at this one. Okay. If you had to leave your home for good in a hurry, what 5 possessions would you take with you, and why are they so important? So anyway, I mean, it's your Jane journal. I mean, it's, I just wish it was bigger. Maybe she could make one bigger. So anyway, I don't know if I want to incorporate it in my big Jane journal with my swatching and, my other stuff that I'm doing in this one. Like here's some of the mermaid marker swatches. And so I just got lots of swatches, and I'll draw over things. I've been practicing my writing there. Here's the Archival watercolor. So I have all my swatches and everything in here. So I really love this book because it's so colorful. It just makes me happy. But hi, Beth. Where is she? I saw her. Where'd Beth? Did I see Beth? Did I see Beth? Wait a minute. Did I see her? I was going to tell her and Colleen. I started watching, skimming through their show last night. Beth and Colleen got their washi tape swap. And the book cover is so unlike her, though. Oh, yeah, it is. It is a little different. It's not, compared to like some of this, these bright swatches of, type look. It is a little different, isn't it? It's a little tiny or something. It needs to be in a bigger book. But anyway, I watched Beth started flipping through or skimming through, and I saw Beth got her washi tape swap, and she showed it on her show. She and Colleen did another. I haven't got far enough into their show to see what project they're working on, so I'll have to watch that later. Oh, it's not released until October 1st on Canada. Yeah, it's new, and I had to wait like a week for it, Jerry. So again, I was really excited. Oh, I got another book to incorporate in my sketchbook journal, But yeah, I could still do it. I could washi tape all those pages in there because it's going to be a fluffy book. It will be fluffy. Bye, Gillian, Kia. Okay, get well soon. Get healthy. Hi, Tony. Good afternoon. So are you in UK, Tony? Let's see. Kayla K. I said hi to little sister. I know I'm missing people. I'm not trying to miss you guys. But I look away. So make sure and put it in caps if you're talking to me. Put it in caps. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Melody did send us 2 of these books. I will give one away next week. I already piled up all my I did mail all my happy mail yesterday. Well, not all of it. I got some envelopes to mail, but I do that from here. But my post office, I did an extra post office run yesterday. So I will give her other book. We gave away the Fairy Treasure. Was it Fairy Celebrations? Gave away Fairy Celebrations this week. And, oh, you just normally like, okay, well, welcome. And so we're going to give the duplicate copy of this away next week. Okay. Hi, Kat D. So we're going to color this picture today. I'm going to start moving things around because I got some happy mail. We're going to do color this picture to give to Melody. I kind of picked some colors out. Let me do a quick little flip again. So this is what it looks like all packaged up. Okay, I got a whole set to give away next week. So make sure you're probably on Wednesday. Wednesday will be the first Wednesday of October, right? So we'll probably do it then. So it's, let's see, where's the cover? Here we go. 24 coloring pages. It's called Set of Art. Here's the names of all the piece, all the pages. And it comes, she sent an extra piece here. She sent one of these. She sent a card that she signed here because Miss Melody ordered it. And there's another place here where she signed it from that Melody sent it. She has this little tester page on the back of the cover. On the back here, she has little testers. So you can test out. I know, isn't it, Kat D? She has where you can test out. You can do your test of colors and, different hair and eyes and fur. So you can, if you want to test anything out. And all this, I'm assuming, is in the other pack too. I'm not opening it up. So I'm going to do a quick flip. I already did. Oh, here's where she signed it from Melody. So yeah, she signed that from Melody. So again, she shows how you can take off it comes with this right here. The little plastic band that holds it all together. So you don't have to rip pages out of a book. They're already individual, right? So I'm going to just really quickly flip because I already flipped the other day, just so you can kind of see some of the paper. They're all stunning, guys. And it's on a nice cardstock weight. Hi, Erica. Hi, Nichols. I know I'm missing people. I'm going to try to get crack-a-lack in here so we can work on this page. This girl, I love her freckles. I'll just probably do her as a redhead. Red and orange. That's what I should do on this one. Have red and orange hair and a red cat. Well, an orange cat, the tabby cat. So, and look at that fur. Look at that fur on her hat. Isn't this stunning artwork? Hi, Shauna. There's Shauna. The Shauna knew how to sigh. She got my attention. Kat D says, I love how it's set out like that. It's the best that you've seen. How how it's all laid out like this. Yeah. I know, is it? I know. So I don't know, Miss I call her Miss Melody just because she's like little Miss Melody. So anyway, they're all just beautiful, stunning art by let me get her cover here again. You can see it. Comes with a little card. Oh, where's my? Hang on, I got them all backwards now. Let's flip them. There, Mariola Budek, and you can get it on Etsy. So if you just go on Etsy and put in her name, set of art, you will see it there. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little. Okay. This is crooked. Oh no, my camera's crooked. That's what it is. Oh, that goes. There we go. So yeah, there's Beth. Yeah, Beth, I was saying I started watching the first few minutes of the show that you and Colleen did last night. I didn't get far. I saw the washi tape envelope you got that I sent, and that's as far as I got. So I don't even know what project y'all did last night. That's all the time I had. Okay, so this is the one we're going to do. Melody picked it. And yeah. And I'm going to do it with pen pastels to start. Okay. But first, and then here's my little toolbox that I have my erasers, my sponges, my soft tools. That's what they're called, SOFFT. And you really do, if you get pan pastels, you need their sponges and their tool. It's not the same as a makeup sponge. And then I have a kneaded eraser here. And see, I've got extras for all the tools here. You just replace this. Once you buy the handle, you don't have to buy the handle again. And yeah, so I have that ready here in a minute. Let's see. Okay, so let me show some Happy Mail real quick from Teresa. And she always sends, now she sent extra this time because, well, she's nice, but she sent extra because I'm putting, I'm trying to put the fibs, Friends in the Box, I'm trying to put them in my book. Let me get that. Let me grab that real quick. I've got some things collected here already. In my, I took a couple pages out. YouTube yearbook. This has got my washi tape in it, but all right, like here's Janet's page, for example. So Janet's got, here's her double page spread. So what I'm trying to do is promote the YouTube channel or promote, their art or promote, thank you, Kenny, promote whatever they do. Let's see. Here's Laura Lou. Well, I call her Laura Lou. Laura's the one that did the circle portraits, Laura Rafferty. And then here's like Zandra's page. So with her YouTube and her art shop. So anyway, it's chunky. It's a chunky book. And I've shown it a few times in the last few weeks, so I won't do that right now. But anyway, I showed that to say that I'm going to, do a page for Teresa, and so some of this can go in hers. Hi, Judy. Judy. Hi, Nana. Let's see who else. Karen, Marja in Holland. Hi, Marja. Hi, Raven. Oh, wait. Let me do something real quick. Just because I can. Happy Hump Day, Raven. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's how for my Poe books. I did do one. Well, let me show this first. Let's stay on. I know if I get on 5 rabbit trails, I usually lose one. So let's stay. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so she sent me a note saying some extra goodies for your Fibs yearbook and Halloween journal, and then also to pass on. And she always writes a nice long letter, which is kind of personal, so I'm not going to read her letter. Let's see. She says, thought some of these might be fun for your Halloween book. And so, yeah, she said they're on watercolor, alcohol ink on watercolor. Good for water-based colorants, but not copies. That's what she said here on this paper. So look, she has a brain. Teresa has a brain. It's like it'll be in your book. Oh, Tony, okay. Yeah. Tony. I do have a page, Tony, for lurkers and watchers that don't do anything on YouTube or aren't like really, they're just here, they're just our fibs, friends in the box. So I will be continually adding Tony. So I'll write your name down right now. I'll write it down right now, Tony. For Fibs book. Tony, see, your prayer was answered already. She said, pray for me. Okay, so I wrote you down, Tony. All right. Hi, Kanika. All right. We get on so many rabbit trails. It's just so fun. So look at these. I think this is the paper that she's talking about. No, this is got to be this one. This one right here. This is Archival ink on watercolor paper. These are on tissue paper. But look how they'll be good for those pages, because when you matte medium this, as long as this is Archival ink, which will be waterproof, it melts. It's just like it's like a overlay. You can just matte medium. It's glassine. Is this glassine? Okay, well, I don't know what the difference is then between a glassine and a tissue paper. To me, glassine is like those envelopes. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to try to put some of this in the Poe book, right? Here's some ravens. And then here's some more on that watercolor paper. So just all kinds of... Look, there's a Frankenstein. I'm actually gonna. Well, I don't know if I'll be doing that one first. I don't know. It's kind of a cross between the Mummy or the Dracula. When I do first for Inktober, I'm not sure. Oh no, you're right, Dee. That's tissue paper. The envelopes are glassine. Okay, yeah, I haven't got to those yet. They're in here somewhere. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I love those stamps. That's awesome. So very cool. And here's another raven that's stamped on a cool paper here. Here's another one. Lots of raven. You have a lot of raven stamps, Teresa. You have a lot of Halloween stuff. I don't think I have any. Well, I have a skeleton or two and maybe a brain. Or, yeah, I've got a couple. But I think I gave most of them away. I did a stamp clean out couple years ago, which I need to do now. Here's the glassine. This is the glassine. Yeah. Very cool. And then some envelopes out of the glassine. See here. So what's nice about this for me anyway is I can use this in the YouTube yearbook. I don't know why that is so hard for me to say. Oh, I've got ink on my hand. Pan pastels. Let me clean my hands off. I don't want to get stuff on this nail. So, how are you doing? Hi, we are M&S. Who are you two? Hi, Raven. I said that. Let's see. What's the most count of people you've had visit in one stream? I don't know, 250 maybe? 250 people maybe in one stream, something like that. We usually average about 150 to 200, something like that. Okay, so let's keep moving here. And but everybody can thumbs up. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I don't mind at all. Hi, Lenora. So, and then she has more little glassine envelopes in here. Look, little ones. She probably, oh no, wait, she's got stuff in these. I didn't even see this, Teresa. What do you got in these little things? Oh, they're little ghosts. Oh my gosh. Look, they're little glassine ghosts. Taps. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're from South Africa too, but you moved to UK. Okay, well, welcome. Let me get a sip of juice. And they're almost invisible. They're almost invisible in this little little envelope. Is there more? No, let's see. There's not one in that one. That's so cute. I never would have thought. What am I getting? Oh, okay. My watch just told me to breathe. I never would have thought to try to cut out little goat or cut out anything out of the glassine on the silhouette. So there's a whole bunch of little envelopes in there in this one envelope. So let's see if I can tile this right here. Then she sent some word fetty. Well, Poe. Oh, are they all Poe quotes? They're Poe quotes. Oh, they're Poe quotes. That is awesome. For the Poe book. Poe quotes. Awesome. See, I'm going to print out some more Poes. Some more to fit in my Poe on the box top that we worked on Monday. If you didn't see Monday's show, okay. Then here's some more envelopes, different sizes, and then some cool. This is that Timmy tissue. This is very cool because it's black, like black lace. Very cool, Teresa. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see more envelopes. Let's see what we got here. When I took it all out, I know I got it all out of disarray. I got it in disarray. So, okay, let's see what little goodies are in here. Yes, I know. All kinds of quotes from Poe. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's a little clear bottle. It's like a little, here, let's see. It's a little bottle, clear bottle. You could put something behind it. You could put one of these little skellies in the... Oh my gosh. Or put one of the little brains and put A, B, normal. Does anybody here remember Young Frankenstein? Mel Brooks movie? Abby Normal. Hubster actually has this little, well, I don't know if he has it at his office now. He used to have it before this office, at a different office. It's one of those little rubbery brains and he had me write on it in Sharpie, A, B, normal. Abnormal, abnormal. So anyway, for Poe, you should tell heart and do one. You mean read one? Read one, Karen? I'm going to try to do some calligraphy. So let's see here. Oh, look, little bats. It's a little bat ribbon. It's a little silky ribbon. These are so cute, Teresa. Here's a 1. There's probably a 3 in there somewhere. Probably a 13. Some little mini ravens. Oh, and what was it? We looked up a flock of crows is called a murder, or is it? Am I getting it backwards? And then a flock of ravens is a, what was it? Not a community. I forgot. I had it. I should have. See, I always write this stuff down. I forgot what it is. Not a community. Somebody want to look that up? Okay, crows are a murder. Ravens are not a community. What is it? Oh, see, this is what happens when you're on 20 rabbit trails. Not a covenant. What is it? What is it? When a congress. Thank you, Jean. A congress. A congress of ravens. I just thought that I'll be a flock. You know. Aren't these awesome, guys? And then look at this little book of tags. She just did a little folder-like thing of little tags. So the detail. The detail. Here's the 3. I knew there was a 3 in there. I just knew there was. No, it's a congress. Yeah, a congress of ravens. Okay, so let's see. Here's some more Poe. The scariest monsters are the ones that lurk within souls. These are Poe quotes. I became insane with small intervals of sainty. Nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Did anybody ever read that? Who? Not Poe, but who was it? Wasn't who's the one that did something wicked this way comes? The movie and the book. Wasn't Stephen King? Was it Stephen King that did something wicked this way comes? Who did that? They made a movie out of it, but it was a book. And of course, I read it, 30 years ago. I don't remember. Oh my gosh, that's why I write things down. And some more, some of these. There's a Shakespeare, Poe, and then there's another little mini bottle. Something quickly this way. No. Was it Ray Bradbury? Yvonne? And hi, Yvonne, by the way. I sent your thing out. Oh, yeah. Ray Bradbury. Okay, 'cause I knew it was years ago. I mean, I think I read probably more like 35 or 40 years ago. I don't know when it came out. But then they made a movie. They made a movie out of it, kind of like a carnival type movie, where the carnival comes to town. I don't even remember it very well. So anyway, these are so awesome, Teresa. Thank you so much. Yeah, here's the these little things. This is what she used to, that one's too big, to stick the little tags in like this. Isn't this cute? What a great idea, Teresa. Just stick they're like, little holders. Awesome. All kinds of little goodies. The zombie apocalypse. Beware zombie tag. So cute. Beware. Okay, is there something in this one? Okay, she said beware. Okay, let's open this up. Let's see what's in here. It said beware. Yeah, I'm going to put some, I'm not going to put Halloween stuff in yours, but I like some of this other, the washi tape stuff. I'll probably use some of that, Teresa. And of course, I'll put your letter and, stuff like that on your page. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. What am I to be aware of? What is this? Oh, it's the word beware. She has the word beware in here times 2, she said. That's what it is. The little word that spells out beware. Oh, so cute, Teresa. Thank you so much. And then here's a little zombie, or yeah, I was gonna say Frankenstein because a head, but it's a zombie there. So anyway, so cute, Teresa. So she sent all these little goodies for the Poe book. And then she sent all these. Now, did you hand make all these, Teresa? I bet you did. She has all these little envelopes here to send goodies in, little envelopes. Did you make these? She did. Okay, so look at them. She has 3 different kinds. She's got I forget what this is called too. There's a name for this kind of loopy closure. And then she sent little mini envelopes. Then she sent these little bags, like little bags. So there's a whole bunch of different ones, and on real stiff paper. So this had to be a scoring nightmare. This had to be a bone folder scoring nightmare to do these because they are on heavy duty paper. Hi, Karen K. I know I'm missing people. Barbara, Dusty. Thanks, everybody, and thanks for the thumbs up. Let's see. So then she sent all those so that I could put them in if I want to put them in these. She sent little washi tape samples. So this one, what does this one say? Washi Vecchi. Vecchi, is this like, Windy Vecchi. Windy Vecchi washies of Halloween type looking kind of things. Let's see. She has their names on them. I guess maybe this is more, I'm thinking maybe that's more Wendy Vecchi. Vecchi? Is it Vecchi or Vecchi? And here's the Da Vinci, this is Da Vinci tape from his sketchbooks. That's very cool. So she has all different kinds, and she has these all washi together. Let's see, or is that supposed to all go together? Do I take this apart? Or is this all one thing? Looks like Teresa and her envelope maker in action. Yeah, but she had to score all that. Does her envelope maker score it tight or score it completely, Jean? Or, well, I can take it apart. Okay. All right, so let's see here. I hate to ruin this washi tape. Maybe I know what I'll do. Let's get another card here. So I don't waste this washi tape because it looks like she's got it wrapped a few times. So we'll just take it off of here and put it on here. So we can use, it's a map. This one's a map washi. Okay. Okay, that's the end right there, I think. There we go. Very cool map washi. Okay, and then this one. This is like clock or watch faces. These are watch faces. So we used to say, oh, we don't mind. We like to watch paint dry. Now we like to watch washi wrapping. We got washi wrapping instead of paint drying. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I'm going to get all that off of there. Yeah, those are little watch faces. See? You can see. Very cool. All right, so let's see what's in here. Oh, she got another one. All right, let's do these first. Okay, so these are those, they have openings in them. It's an envelope you can put something in, like a little frame, Hi, Devin Rex. Hope y'all think this is cool. I'm enjoying looking at it all. Okay, so let's see what's in here. What do we have in here? She got little, things all the way. Dee Dee, this is from Tim Holtz Pocket something dies for the yearbook or whatever you want to use it. It's die number 662690 if you want to look it up. Tim Holtz Pocket. Is it all this? All of this? Or they're like little tabs. They're like little tabs and little corners, little arrows. Look at all these tiny little arrows. Can y'all see that? Banners. It's little tiny little stuff you work with. Teresa makes cards, guys. They're to hold photos. Okay, so they're photo holders. Okay. That's probably what you're trying to say here, but it's pocket photo something. So anyway, yeah, so Teresa makes cards. So she uses a lot of tiny stuff, tiny bits. So cute, Teresa, so cute. Little stars and little photo corners and little arrows. Let's try and get it this way. There we go. So thank you so much for taking the time to put this together, Teresa. And Teresa, now, she doesn't do this elaborate 40 times a month, but she sends out how many are you sending out a month now, Teresa? She sends out like 40 cards and letters every month. I think I have it right at 40. Oh yeah, I know, whatever. Don't worry, I will add this stuff in Happy Mail. I will put it in Happy Mail. Yes, they are, Jean. They will go in Happy Mail, Teresa. Of course, I'll use a lot of the Halloween stuff in my Poe book, which I'm going to start that. I can't believe it's almost October, but it's still let's see. Today's what, Today's the 25th, so we still have. Let's see. I'm not sure what day the first falls on. I'd have to think. I'd have to count it out. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. Okay, so that was Teresa's Happy Mail. Thank you so much, and I'm going to I'll start a page for you, Teresa. I'll start a page in my book. And here's the thing about the book, guys. Let me pull it back up here again. Here's the thing about the book. I can always keep adding to it. I leave this book open because it's gonna be really chunky. Okay, it's gonna be really chunky. But I leave it open, and then I can just kind of flip through it wherever I want. The thing about and here's let me add here another little start of names. I can continue, like if I put a paper clip or anything on it, I can continue. So here's Norma's page. I can always just clip more things on it, a little paper clear. So it's like I can continuously add to it. So it doesn't matter if there's APG Jamie's, if I get another card or another something from somebody, later if somebody sends me a business card, I can, there's my grandson out, the one that's playing the guitar. Yeah. So I'm going to have him a page. Here's Faithful Mass. So like on Faithful Mass, all I have so far on hers is all a background of washi tape, because she does washi tape books, which I hope she's working on getting back into an Etsy shop, because she was selling washi tape books. So once we hear about that, we'll pass that on to you guys too. Yeah, here's my cat page, and I have a mom and mom. There's Boo and Cam. Here's Mom and Denise. So I can just put whatever I want in it. There's my granddaughter. So yeah, we'll keep working on it here and there. Keep working on it. All right. Before we get started on working on this beautiful girl for Melody, I want to show you two other books that I got other than the Jane Davenport. And again, guys, I really love the Jane Davenport book. Don't get me wrong. I love my Jane Davenport book. I just thought, I didn't check the size when I would still bought it. I would have still bought it anyway, but I had expectations of using this in my Jane book, right? In my washi, swatchy, I had plans to use it in this sketchbook, but it turned out to be littler. And I don't know why I just did not check the size, but it's an awesome little book with prompts. Every page has a prompt in it. Prompt. It has a prompt in it. That's a prompt on the opposite page. So it's a cute little book. So if you really like, if you like prompts and little, hi, there's Faithful Mess. Faithful Mess, we're just asking about if you're going to put your washi tape books back in your Etsy. Hi, Jersey. So anyway, it is an awesome book. I don't know if I'm going to use this book in this book because I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So there's that. So last week or the week before, I was talking about the white bird that I saw when I was probably 12. I had 11 or 12. Had to be 1969, 1970, something like that. And I told a story about how I saw this white bird, and we've already talked about what it was, what this kind of bird, that kind of bird, and then I found this online. This was the closest thing that I could describe it, but it had to be 4 lanes, a highway wide, or wingtip to wingtip, because it flew under an underpass. Okay, it flew under an underpass. I was in my front yard, and the highway was kind of close. And it's a 4-lane road, and under the underpass, and the closest thing that I found, let me go over here, was, I saw this online, an albatross. But it says that the albatross wings can get, what did they say? Spin their first as you find them capable of traveling. Well, somewhere it said, I think, 10 feet or something like that. And that's the closest thing that I could describe that it looked like, but much bigger, much bigger. Okay, Faithfulness said, I just set up my new Mac. Now everything else is too old. Need a new printer. Oh my gosh. See, I want to get a Mac, and I don't know. I hear you. I don't know. I know my Lappies, my PC Lappy, is still going. So I hear you, Faithful. So let's see. Okay, see you later. Have good. Well, I say have fun at the conference, but parent teacher conferences. Oh, gee, we'll say a prayer for you, Faithful. Oh my gosh. It will. Okay, that's right, Jean, because you have one. So, but here's the thing, Mrs. Pudwina. I'll get it out. Miss Pudwina. It wasn't reptilian. It didn't look leathery like a pterodactyl. Like in my sketchbook here, I kind of sketched out what. Oh, I'll show you that here in a minute too. I got something else to show you. Let me go to my sketchbook here. Let me move all this off here. I sketched out. Here. See, it didn't really have this shape head. It was big like that, but it didn't look like bat wings. You know what I mean? That's in the future, Ian. That's in the future. So anyway, but it was really big. So okay, so there's the rest of my sketches. Okay, and there's my my list of monsters for Inktober. And speaking of Inktober, I did do. You're going to be the first ones to see. Not that it's any big deal, but I did a face page, front intro page for Inktober 2019. Here's my page. But what I did is when I photographed it, here's how I photographed this. This is my Inktober. This is my Inktober right there on the ink spot. Here's my Inktober cover page. Okay, I took a photo of this. So that's what my intro page is to my monsters. With the real feather, quill feather on here. I photographed it like that. So that's what the intro, my intro to my movie monsters, my way. that's that's what that is going to be. Okay, so anyway, getting back to the white bird. Let's move this off of here. Somebody in my YouTube comments told me about this book. Well, I found a couple of books, but somebody mentioned this one, and I also bought this one. Now, this guy, Ken Gerard, I think that's how you say it, he has been on like the History Channel on Cryptozoid, different shows. I don't want to say, is it Cryptozoids or Cryptozoids. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, so somebody on my comments left me a comment about this book. And then I found this one. I found a whole bunch, but I only bought 2. Well, the reason I got this one and the reason that she recommended this one was because it's in Texas. And that's where I saw in the like 69, 70, 71, somewhere right in there. And a lot of these sightings were at that time. They were in the early 70s. So I said, oh my gosh, I got to get this one. Okay, bye, Green. Bye, Green. Thank you. You too. So I got this one, and I have just barely started skimming it. And if you've ever seen, there's not a picture of it. Now, this book's probably about 10 years old. I didn't care about that because I wanted the stories from the 70s. So I didn't care if it was written in the 80s. I wanted to get this book. If you've ever seen those history shows where they're out monster hunting, the guy that he's usually in Louisiana. He may live in Louisiana now. I don't remember. But he's the guy that has that like cowboy hat with the edges curled up. If saying that, if you watch any of these shows, you'll know who I'm talking about, Ken Gerard. But anyway, so a lot of these so far that I've read, all of them are in Texas, and most of them so far are in the early 70s. Like this is 1976. Now that's beyond when I saw mine. I saw mine in like it had to be 69, 70, or 71. Let me see. It says 67. 77. Let's see. It had to be 60. It had to be in 1969 or 70 because I was 11 or 12 when I saw my big bird. But it didn't look like this. It didn't look like a pterodactyl. Well, I don't remember it having a pointy head like that. And it didn't look rubbery. I mean, like leathery. It didn't look leathery. So anyway, I am going to read all these sightings. This one's in San Antonio. See, that's where I was. I was in San Antonio. And a lot of these, where's CB? CB's not here. I want to ask CB if she's ever seen. No, but here's the thing, Jean. The albatross looked the most like what I saw, except bigger. Bigger. It went 4 lanes. 4 lanes, a highway. So whatever it was, we're talking, I mean, guys, it's, it was a lot of years ago. I don't remember too much of it. Other than that, other than that, how it filled the whole underpass. 4 lanes, a highway. That one's in New Guinea. So anyway, like I said, I just got it, so I haven't had a chance to read it other than a couple of the ones from Texas. So anyway, yeah. I'm really excited to see. Oh, there he is. That's him right there. If y'all recognize him. I didn't know his picture was in here. I know. That's what I'm saying. Everybody was saying, oh, it could have. It wasn't an airplane, Gene. Everyone said, oh, maybe it was like a snow owl. But that albatross story that I showed y'all that picture of, let me read this to you real quick. Oh, wait. My grandson just said hi to me. I got to say hi back. Okay. When the grandchildren text you, you answer. Okay. So anyway, this little thing on the albatross says, the albatross is the largest bird that can go years without landing. They spend their first 6 years of life flying over the ocean before coming to land to mate. It is capable of traveling more than 10,000 miles in a single journey and circumnavigating the globe in 46 days. And that's what I remember. That's the closest thing I've seen to what it looked like, but bigger. So anyway, Mary D posted that on Facebook. She found that. So I know, Jean. I know. I can't imagine you trying to knit and count, Jean, while you're here. So anyway, so I got that one, and there's other books back here recommended. I'll have to see here. Yeah, they got all the different cryptozoids, and And then this one, Encounters of Flying Humanoids. I know, don't anybody email me. I don't care if you do. Is also by Ken Gerard. And this one's like the Mothman, gargoyles, and other winged beasts that people have seen. And, even if you don't believe it or, anything like that, they're good stories. They're still good stories. Here is the Mothman statue in West Virginia. It's really big, if y'all don't know the story of the Mothman, when that bridge collapsed in, I forget the year. I could go back and see. Here's the bridge, the Silver Bridge, 1966. 1966 is when that bridge collapsed. Anyway, so I picked up those two. This one because the girl recommended it, a comment recommended it, and this one because I don't know if she recommended that one too, or I just came across it because they're both Ken Gerard. So anyway, yeah, got those little books. Sherry, like I said, I was 11, 12, or I don't think I was 13. I think I was 12. But I don't really remember. I'd have to ask my sister the year we lived in that house, because we moved, guys. I was raised in the military. I married the military. I've moved 30 times in my life. So I don't even remember how long we lived in that house. I didn't write things down back then. Now, my sister Jody has an amazing memory. She can remember every school. She can remember our friends. I'm too busy moving on to tomorrow. I just don't remember a lot of that when I was growing up. I need an X-File detox. Ian. Now I gotta say, guys, this isn't something like I would just now pick up today. I love mysteries, whether they're legends, folklore, true or not true. They're based on something. Myths, mythology. I love all of that. I love ancient history. So this isn't like, Ian, like the first time I've ever picked up a book or, looked into any of this stuff. But I'd never really bought any books on. These things are included in other books I have, but specifically about birds and, things like that. So, yeah. No, you guys. All right. So I guess it's time to start coloring or painting, whatever you want to call pasteling. But yeah, I love mystery. I love talking about it. I love researching things like that. The Lore Podcast. Okay, let me write that down, Julie. Okay. The Lore Podcast. Writing it down, Julie. They're based. No, Ian. Ian. All right, let's ask Ian. Let's throw Ian on the spot since he's throwing shade on my cryptozoids. Hi, Karen. Ian, if you could research or study one thing, what would it be? It's just lore, not the lore. Okay, just lore. Okay. Scratching off the. Oh my goodness. So let's see if Ian answers us. Okay, while we are going on to start, now it looks a little bright. How are we doing here on the lighting? We'll see. All right, I'm going to go and zoom in one more, and then we can always zoom in closer as I, get into details if I do pencils. I'm looking for that blue wrench, Ian. I'm looking for that blue wrench to answer. uh, now, the thing is, Beth, it has to be something that could be in Texas. Don't give me some, jungle, rainforest. You see them. Okay, so Ian said hyperspace travel. Okay, well, I can't dish you on that because I would study that too. I would study that too, Ian. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Let me look up some skin tones here. Now remember, I'm doing this for Miss Melody. Here's my plan. Sorry, guys. Another sip of juice. Oh, so Ian says, or designs for a real Death Star. Ian's very ambitious. Yeah, that would be way off course, birds, Julie. Okay, so my plan is, I'll start with their skin here. So let's pull these colors over here. And I got my blues and my greens. Okay, so my plan is blue hair, dark, like black blue hair, blue eyes, blue roses, and green leaves. And then all this metallic stuff I'll do with gel pens. Okay, so that's the plan. Yes, I know. Do you read science fiction, Sherry Bug? Get out some Asimov and some Heinlein. It's old stuff. I like the old stuff. I'm sure there's more modern authors that I probably love. I just haven't taken the time to really research them. What book is this from? It's from, here, let me show you the cover here. Set of Art, Mariola Budek. And you can get it on Etsy. Just look up her name and you'll find it. Hi, Crafty Kitty. So Melody sent us 2 copies of the book. So I'm going to give away one on the first Wednesday of October, which is, I think, next week. I don't know which day, whatever day. I think it's the first or the second is next Wednesday. Or I don't know. I'd have to look at my calendar. I guess I could just look at it right here. Okay, so today, so it's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is the 2nd. Okay, that's when we'll give the book away on next week. Okay, so now let me get some tools here. Let me get a paper towel. You just clean your tools off on a paper towel, or you can wash them too. But you don't want to use them. I wouldn't want to use them wet. You got to make sure you dry them. But you can just clean them off on a paper towel. So Melody sent us 2 copies of it. So I'm doing this page. I'm going to send it to Melody. I'm going to send it to Miss Melody. Is that going to be on your birthday, Ashley? Hi, Kalora. Kalora, have you started another commission yet? Hi, Miss Inga. Sounds like a good plan. Can you make a metallic blue on the roses? I could put some metallic on it with some gel pen or something like that. But I do not like metallic pencils. Personally, I just don't think they look really metallic. We could put some, let's see what color, I have these metallic blue gel pens. So maybe we could add some. The other option is to use, hang on. The other option is to use some blue stickles. Do I have blue stickles? Yeah, I got some blue stickles. We could put some blue stickles. I'll think about it, because remember, I've got to mail this to Melody, so we'll think about that. We could put gel pen for sure, you know, but I'm going to set that to the side for now. That would be the last thing you would do. You'd have to do, especially stickles, that would be on like after you've done everything, because you want to let it dry overnight. I don't know. I guess it depends on the brand, Sherry Bug, how much metallic. Here's the thing about metallic paint. If you use acrylic paint, a metallic, it's very hard to do any kind of pencil shading over that. I mean, you can bear down on top of it and get some shadows, but to blend, you know, it'd be very hard to go over your metallic. I mean, I don't want to just flat metallic. So, yeah, we'll just see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so Clora said no commissions yet. I'm waiting on a charity auction winner to get to me, but then I do have a commission for that. Okay. Keep up the good work. All right, now I'm going to look away for a minute, guys, so I can start kind of concentrating. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I was going to look up some skin tones here. So don't ever forget to use references. If you do not know how to shade, where to shade, how to shade, if you don't know how to throw shade, if you don't know how to throw shade, look up some images on Google Images or Pinterest or whatever. You're welcome, Galora. And look up. Okay, so here's a good one. So let me just show you the skin tone here. So if you're not sure how to do the skin, just look up, you know, now this girl's kind of she's kind of a redhead, but I still want pale. I still want pale skin. Okay. All right. Now, is it too flashed out? Are we good? It looks a little bright right there. Maybe I can move that up a little. How are we doing on the lighting? Yeah, I just don't care for I haven't tried those though. Ian, you need to do a video on that unless you already have. Ian said that they've done a new wax-based metallic pencil by Derwent. Now, Ian's in the UK, so he probably has easy access to Derwent. And it's not that water-based one, he said. Okay, it's a wax-based. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with just my sponge here, and I use these as a palette. So I'll put some out like this. Now, right now, I want it very pale. I want it just as a base, right? I just want a nice base because she's going to be very pale. Okay. And I'm just going to put a layer of pastel all over the whole face. Now, here's a nice thing. And don't forget when you do, why is that flashed out right there? Let me try to turn my overhead light off. I see a glare on her. She has a shiny forehead. She has a shiny forehead. There we go. That's better. I turned the overhead light off. Is that better, guys? It's still got a little bit of a shine right there. So one of the nice things about the pan pastels is you can erase to get your highlights. So for instance, the other thing I was going to say is if you're coloring the skin, don't forget to color the part in the hair. Okay, let's zoom in. All right, I'm not happy with our situation here. Not happy with the situation. See, it's wanting to be very, let me just try to turn the brightness down. Hang on, now that I've zoomed in. It's not wanting to, I zoomed out, so now it won't let me adjust. This might have to be it for now. Oh, dear Bernadette, any word on Dee Dee's bigger blendings? Oh, yeah. Julie's asking Bernadette, the pan pastel owner, any word on making a bigger blending sponge for Dee Dee? I keep asking Bernadette to make bigger ones of these as a palette, you know. So anyway, don't forget to do the part in the hair. And then also the nice thing about pan pastels is you can erase. So I'm going to go to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put on a base here of the skin tone all over it. I'm not, no shadows or anything yet. And just get the whole face done. I'll go right over her lips too, because her lips are going to have, pink color or, something to them. So, and it's just so easy to blend your whole face so quickly. If you try to do this with your color pencils, which I usually do when I do portraits, it can take it. You can't do it this fast. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Gosh, guys, I got to figure out how to get the light back. Let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom back out. Hang on. Let's see if I can readjust this, guys. It's not letting me reset my light. Let's see. Let's see if I can reset my light. Nope, it's not letting me do that. It's something to do with when I zoom in. It's when I zoom in that it changes my settings. So I've got to figure out. Let's take the autofocus off, put the autofocus back on. Hang on, guys. Let me, oh, now I really messed it up. Hang on. We'll get it here. We'll get Let's see. Let's focus. Okay, there. I think I got my, okay, there we go. Now let's go back to the lighting. Okay. All right, let's fix the lighting. Now let's fix the autofocus. Don't email me, people. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, yeah, I had to zoom back out and zoom back in. Exactly, Ian. Okay, so Ian's an UK techie guy. When I first got this new camera and some of the new settings and everything back when, he actually called me on my phone from UK and helped me. That was so sweet, Ian. All right, so the thing about the pan pastels, like I was saying, so I'm going to go ahead and just, base coat her on. I don't see her arm here. Let's go ahead and do all her base coat, all her skin here. And Ian has his own channel too. He does amazing watercolors. Well, he does other things too, but I like his watercolors. That's just me. So, and see this line right here where it ends? What I will do is I will cut it off right at that line and mount this on a piece of black paper. So I won't leave that line right there. I'll just use my cutter and cut that off. Okay, so here's one of the nice things about pan pastels. Whether you use, and I love my kneaded eraser for this. Do I have it too dark now, guys? Y'all let me know. Let me know if I got it too. It's better? Okay, thanks. Yeah. Or you can use for details. Where's my other one? I got two electric. I have different, and you can interchange the tips of these. You don't need two different ones. But if it's handy to have two, one smaller and one larger, so that you can get details in there. And when I say electric, I mean they're battery, right? Battery operated. But what you can do is you take your kneaded eraser and you can pick out your highlights. Can y'all see where that's how? Because it's fairly pale as it is. And then you just clean your eraser again. And I'm going to pick out where I want my highlights. Do I need to zoom in a little more? Let's see. Trying to make it like the best y'all could see. Can y'all see where I've wiped out those highlights there? It might be a little hard to see. I'll hold it up again here in a minute. So you're just taking off the pastel. And you can do the same thing in the lips. So, of course, I'll use pencil and other things too. Okay. right here on her neck, right there. Okay, so there you go. So you can see where I've picked off. If I tilt it a little, see the highlights? All right, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a sienna color here and just blend my colors out to whatever I want. Just a little bit darker now. I'm going to start shading. Try to keep my hand. See, now I turned off some of the overhead lights, so now I'm going to have a shadow. But one of the nice things about pan pastels is how easily they blend, how quickly and easily you can blend. You do have to seal them. You do have to spray them with a fixative. Can you see that little bit of shading? I missed something, Desiree. I don't know what you're talking about. Your acrylic on canvas. I don't know what kind of background. I should ask Melody what kind of background she might like. Melody, are you still here? I'm doing this for Melody as a thank you for all she does for the community. And she'd be the first to go, no, you don't have to do that. Well, yes, we do. And you can turn it over and get a little bit more detail, but you're not going to get the detail that you would with a pencil. That's why we use pencil as well. But it goes a long way. And the pan pastels are not terribly expensive if you buy them like one by one or a few at a time. They run about $6 or $7 each, and you can sometimes get them on sale at Blick and stuff. But here's the thing, guys. You buy one of these that costs the same amount as a Copic. That's the broken one. Let me get a Copic here. Well, everybody knows what a Copic looks like. I just want to pull one out. Now, of course, you can get the Chow Copics. These are only like maybe $4 a piece. But if you get a sketch Copic, these are like $7, right? They're the same price. The thing about the Copics, you will run out. Okay, we got a little light again. You'll run out. You'll probably never run out of these. Okay, let's see if I can. All right, it's not letting me turn down. I'd have to zoom out again, guys, to get my light back. Is that terrible? Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, my daughter's wondering what kind of sponge would be the best for acrylic paint on canvas. I don't use sponges really. The only time I'd use a sponge on an acrylic painting is if I wanted some kind of texture or something. So I'm not sure what I'd be using brushes with acrylic paint, Desiree. So I'm not sure what, I don't even know what project you're really working on, or your daughter's working on. Did you find out? No, I'd never found out. Pacolin, welcome back, by the way, who sent me the hardback books on the mountains. I don't know who sent those. Nobody's fessed up yet who sent me those books on the mountains. Okay. So I'm just going to put in some shade. And the other thing, too, is the nice thing about being able to erase is like right here, I got some of the skin color on the leaf. Did I get it too dark? Guys, I'm sorry. I keep messing with my light. What do y'all? Oh. Is it okay? Background or everything's up to you. I'm just happy that she's been. Oh, you're welcome, Melody. Okay, so Melody said just to do whatever. The other thing is like I got some of the skin tone on the leaf. Well, all you have to do before you fixative it, you can erase anything. It just comes right off. Okay, so you can erase it. All right, so it's a bit darker now, Sherry. Is that better? Okay. Little shoulder over here too. And the other thing about the pan pastels, they're not dusty. You get a little bit of it's not even crumbs really. You get a little bit of powder here and there, but it's nothing like chalk pastels. And I say chalk pastels just to distinguish it from pan pastels. Okay, thank you. Synthetic sponge for acrylic is a real sponge. Okay, Ian, I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to the person that asked about the painting. I just don't know. I don't know that conversation that's going on, guys. Sorry. Okay, so let's get just a little bit of the darker down in here. So before you fixative it, and you can fixative it and then do pencil and then go back and add more pan pastel or pencil. Here's the caveat I would say with using mixed media. You know, we like to use our pencils, our pan pastels, watercolors. We like to use a lot of stuff together. The only thing is if you do any kind of water-based mediums, neocolor, watercolor, anything like that in conjunction with this, you better be very careful because when you go to spray a fixative on that, that can mess up your watercolors depending on the watercolor. So what I would suggest, if you plan on using neocolor, watercolor, ink tints, and in conjunction with pan pastels, which you have to set or have to fixative, take another piece of paper or something out of the back of the book, do your ink tints, your neocolor, your watercolor, do a little swatch of it in the back and take it out and spray it with your fixative and see what happens. See what happens when you put fixative on those other things. Because you don't want to spend, a lot of time and then have it get splotty or splotchy or anything like that, right? Okay, so now I'm going to use these two. This is I think it's red iron, permanent red extra dark, and this is magenta tint. I'll use these two colors. I'm going to take some of this and a little bit of the pink, and this is going to be my lip and blush color. So I'm just going to put some on like this. Okay, put some on. Then I'll wipe off my tool on the paper towel, get the excess off, and then I'm go in here and blend. If you get too, like it's a little too pink, I'll just go back in here, add a little bit of white to that, and just kind of lighten it up. And again, if it gets too dark and you go, I can't get rid of it, then you just erase it. As long as you haven't fixatived it, you can erase this. Okay. The other tip that I would give you is a little more pink right there. Anything that is like her nostril holes, her irises that are black, anything that you want really black. First off, the ink on most color book pages is not solid black. There's a couple that are, but very few color books are solid black. So regardless of whatever medium you're using, if you want solid black nostrils, solid black pupils, or anything else that you want really black, don't just say, oh, well, it's already printed black. Well, no, it's really not printed black. Okay. Hi, Star. So what I usually use is a Sharpie or a Faber-Castell permanent, something that's not going to smear when you spray it. And I'll do one, and same thing for the eyelashes. Now, don't do this part until you've completely done the skin. You don't want to try to do eyelashes and then have to go back and try to do the skin. Of course, you can always just go back over the eyelashes again, but I want to see if you can see the difference. So I'm going to color in the top of her lashes here. I'm not going to do every flick yet. I just want to do the top of the eyelashes and her pupil. so you can compare, or let me do one nostril and not the other, just so you can kind of see. See the difference? This one is black. This one is just the ink of the page. See her nostrils? It's more obvious there. Okay. Especially if you're using pan pastels, which can get, some of the pastel can creep over onto darker areas. And if that happens, it's going to lighten that up again, right? It's going to lighten up. Of course, I'll smooth out her nostril holes with pencil. Okay. Oh, thank you, Star. Okay, so I'm just going to stop with that right now. Just want to make sure to get that out there. Okay, so she's got a little bit of a hint of cheek, a little, where's my, she's got a little hint of maybe just a tiny bit more. Right in here. Okay, and again, see how it has kind of a pointy line? Go over here, clean off your tool, get off the excess, and then you can just blend that in. Who else is, I know Janet's not here. She has an appointment today, so she couldn't be here. She told me she wasn't going to be here, but we always watch Survivor together and live tweet with Survivor. And Jeff, if he's there, sometimes he tweets with the West Coast, sometimes he tweets with us on the East Coast. But anyway, who else watches Survivor and has watched it for 17 or 18 years? However long, many years it's been on. 30 whatever seasons. Okay, so a little bit of rosiness there in her chin. Yeah, let me wipe that back. That may be just a little, go with a little bit of white. Maybe just a little too much. There we go. Me too, Karen. I mean, I might have missed one or two over the last 18 years. Pacola says she's watched all but the first season. Not sure how this Rob and Sandra thing is going to work. I know. I don't either. I mean, Sandra was a little abrasive to me, and a lot of people, including Jean, who she's still here, do not like Rob. I thought Rob he played the game perfectly. But Jean doesn't like Rob. Hi, Zeely. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the rosiness on her shoulder too. Okay, just like maybe a little sun-kissed shoulder. And again, guys, I'm doing this for Melody because if y'all have been to any color book channels or any, she's so supportive of all of us. She doesn't have a YouTube channel. She just, she's very generous with her giving away and sharing with everybody. So I wanted to do something for her. So this one's going to Melody. Jean, I watched, I think, the very first Big Brother ever, and that was it. Same thing for Amazing Race. It just doesn't, I just don't like those shows. Nothing wrong with them if you do. Jean does. We all like different things. A lot of people don't like Survivor. I'm cleaning my eraser while we're talking here. So, okay. So that'll be good for now. All right, now let me get back with the skin tone. I want a little bit of shadow right under lip there. Very light. You don't need much, guys. This stuff goes a long way. I'm telling you. It goes a long way. That nostril, this side I'll have to probably do with pencil. There's not much line art there for the nostril. There, just a little bit more for that nostril. Okay, let's go a little bit lighter right there. Okay, there's a start. She's back. Who's back? Jean's back? Cat? Everybody's saying she's back. Did I disappear? Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Hey, you know, what? Okay. How long was I gone? Am I back? I didn't know I was gone, Star. It didn't have anything here telling me I was gone. Sorry, guys. Everybody's saying I'm back now. It was a minute? It was a minute I was gone? Oh, my gosh. Don't forget, guys, if I was gone, you're going to need to reset your settings. Reset your little wheel back up to 720 or 1080p, because usually if we glitch like that, you're going to, YouTube will default you back to like 144. Don't forget to check your settings. Okay. Well, everybody said I was gone for a minute. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm still here. It didn't show me that I'd left or anything. Okay. So all I've gone in and done is a little bit on her lips here. And a little bit of shadow under the nostrils here. Yeah, sorry guys. I didn't even know didn't know I was gone. Okay, so again, check your wheels, guys, and make sure that YouTube did not default you back to 144. Okay. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to leave that for now. Leave the skin for a minute. A lot of this is going to be more done. More done. It's going to be more done. It's going to be more done with pencil. Okay. YouTube had a hot minute. Okay, so there we go so far, right? All right, now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and start blocking in her hair and her eyes. So I'm going to get my blues over here. So I've got ultramarine blue tint, phthalo blue shade, and phthalo blue extra dark. Okay, so these two are the same color. This one's a different color. They're just, one has has black and or white added. Not all of you were gone? Okay, Kenny. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. All right. So I'm going to start out. All right, let me see. Let's find some black hair. So I showed you, some skin. That sounded funny. I showed you some skin. Okay, so let's see. Let me go to my photos here. Let's see. Or here we go. All right, so here's some black hair. Just go in. Now I'm going to make mine more blue. This one has more gray and this one has more well, it looks purple on camera. See how it looks purple on camera? It looks purple on camera to me. But I'm going to do it more blue than purple. Okay? So I'm going to start with the dark blue here. And I get, where's my sponge? Out here. So I can just flip my sponge over and use the other side if I need to. But I'm going to start by throwing shade. This may be, the phthalo may be too green. Do I need that too green? I'm going to roll with it. Because, the hair can be dyed any color you want it to be. So I'm just going to kind of go in here and put some dark blue. Oh, thank you, Natalie. I know, look how dark my skin is here. I have a nice tan, but it's good for this. My skin is not the right color, but she's the right color. I don't know if I can lighten it at all since I've zoomed in and out. There we go, a little bit. I don't want to get too bright, but a little brighter, maybe. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go in here and put some shade. I just want the darkest color here. Getting behind that little jewelry there. I've noticed you like to throw shade. Not too much. I'm not much of a shade thrower. I like this to be our happy place. So again, if you get any on anything you don't want it on, you can erase. So like if I want to get some off that little sun jewelry, I can go in with my small eraser and just go in there and just erase. Okay. All right, I'm going to just keep working here. I don't know that we're going to finish, but when I do finish it, which I'll probably do today, I will post a picture of it. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, like I always do. I have a Facebook color book album. Well, I have a whole bunch of different albums on Facebook that are they're all public. So all my art is public. So you don't have to follow me or me follow you on Facebook to see my art. Okay, so I need a little bit of erasing right there on her skin, right there. I don't want blue. There we go. So we can follow, the art. Hi, Louise. The earring must be yeah. I know that would be a lot of weight on that ear, wouldn't it? So I'm just getting all the darkest bits done. And again, you can always erase if you get anything too dark or get any pastel where you don't want it. All right, so anybody else working on anything? All right, here's the question, and I know I won't catch every answer, but y'all can talk in chat too. What I asked Ian, if you could like research any mystery, if you could research a mystery and have the time to really dig into it and all, what mystery would you like to dig into? Ian, of course, is talking about the space-time continuum. I think someday we'll meet Ian. He's going to look like Doc from wait. Oh wait. Let's see. I do last so much as part of the. Oh, good. Thanks, Miss Inga. All right. Let me see if I can. All right. Kenny's in the Bermuda Triangle. Faithful Mess, Life on Other Planets. Okay. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to get this. Let me get my portfolio over here for a minute and try to read and look for something real quick. Now that I'm throwing shade on Ian, let's see if I can do this and that. Okay, let's see here. Digging, flipping. Here, got right to it. So someday when we meet Ian in the future, this is what he's going to... we're going to meet Ian in the future. Okay, Zelie said Atlantis. What else we got? Karen Kmore said Stonehenge. Thank you, Kenny. There's my doc. This is all pencil. Well, there's a little acrylic paint like on this clothes, but no pan pastels. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Ian. I had to do that. You know, I had to do that. Okay, so Tez said Celtic myths. Louise, aliens and crop circles. See, y'all, there's lots of things you could research, right? In mysteries. I don't even know if Ian's still here, but yeah. Oh, there he is. Just less hair, Ian said. I'm liking this phthalo blue. It's kind of has green in it. So, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, let me keep going here. I'm gonna get the comments. It's too much chatting, not enough arting. Don't email me, people. It's a chat show. Artsy Nancy, did you want to storm Area 51 with them all the ones that were on the news? I knew nobody was going to do anything. Nobody wants to get shot. You know, regardless of what you think's going on, it's still a government installation. You can't just go, oh, let's just go storm Area 51. You like they're going to just, oh, come on in. You know, even if there's nothing alien going on, it's still a government installation. You can't just go storming it. There was one funny clip, though. That guy, did you see that guy running behind the person talking about it with his arms out behind him, running by? That was so funny. I wish I had it saved. I'd show it to you. No storming, just let you in. That was so funny. When they looped it, you know, the guy running with his arms behind him, you know, it was hilarious. There's some funny stuff. You gotta have a sense of humor. Okay, there we go. Down the bottom half of her hair. Yeah, just a big party, right? I know. All right, so let's see. Let me get behind again. If you get anything on anything you don't want it on, you can just erase it. And we're going to go, you go in with pencil. Just kind of feather it out. I'm going to add some other colors here shortly. You see how the shine in her hair already looks shiny, right? With just one color. Let's see, Keisha's Creations. Hi, Keisha. Hi, those I've seen around. Glad to have found the channel. Oh, well, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being here. I'll go try to find your channel later. I try to scrub through the chat within a day or so I can go find new people. And, I like to find new people. Okay, so let's just get all that in there. And then feather it out. This side's getting worn already here. This tip wears out the fastest because it's the thinnest, right? See how her hair looks shiny? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if you want to see some real good hair tutorials, then you need to check out, well, I don't like to say check out because we can always use better descriptive words. Peruse the awesomeness that is Sammy. Color and Chat, and that's color with a U in it because she's in UK. Color and Chat with Sammy she does awesome hair tutorials. She's probably already gone by now. I didn't see her say bye, but I don't see all the chat when I'm working. But Sammy does awesome tutorials. I don't know that I do really tutorials. I'm doing demonstrations. But Sammy takes the time to show you every color, and she's very in depth on her tutorials. So if you really want some nice tutorials, then make sure and follow Color and Chat with Sammy. So I'm just trying to get some of the shadows. You got to kind of, I'm going pretty fast, but I'm still, you don't want to have to rush. We try to hurry a little bit in the show. And plus we take the time to chat, we have a lot of rabbit trails, but it's a chat show, and that's what I like about it. So don't email me. Hi, Sean. Yeah, I like to work with my pans. My pan pastels. And I'm fairly new to them, guys. I've maybe done, I don't know, I really never counted. Maybe 20 projects, maybe 25 projects with them. Most of them have a video. So that's really new to a medium. Okay. See how pretty her hair looks? All right, so I'm not even sure I'm going to need that blue. I think what I'm going to do is I might just go right into some white. Let me put some of this blue and the white, because it's really looking like, I think this is going to be enough. So now I'm going to just kind of try to blend. And I'm going to show you some little things to do with the hair. I do the little strands of hair. All right, so first off, I'm going to do this. Now, don't get panicky where it's going over the white too much, because what I'll do is, if I want something highlighted back, if I got it too blue, all you have to do is take your eraser and just kind of erase out a highlight. See how quick that is? See how quick with just the blue and the white. Okay, so I'm going to come up here, and I'll do it in a section at a time. So I'm just feathering that all together, getting it nice and feathered, blended together. And then I'll go in with my eraser and just pick out my highlights again. Every time I come back over here, I'm folding my kneaded eraser. See how soft that makes her hair? Just got back from Sammy's. Oh, Susan. Susan's Sammy's mom, by the way. So you went over to her house? Yeah. She's awesome teacher. Sammy is. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of keep adding a little bit of blend. Just a little blend here and there. Just so the blue line, the dark blue, is not too harsh. Do it softly and just do it a little section at a time. And go in there with your eraser and just go in there and pick out your highlights. Just cleaning off the eraser. Don't forget, guys, next Wednesday we're going to give away this book. Melody sent us 2, and the first Wednesday of the month, although I've been giving away more than 1 book a month, but I've already given away my max this month. So this book, a little darker down here, this book will go out. I mean, we'll do a giveaway next Wednesday, which is the 2nd of October, which is the first Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to go with a little lighter color. Just blend it in. Not really looking at chat for a minute, guys. Dee Dee, do you set your page? Yes, I fixative it. Yeah. Fixative. You have to. You have to with pan pastels. Well, I guess you don't have to if you don't care if they smear. But. Okay, so just getting a little bit. So see how harsh this is right here? Look at this side of her face. See the hair here where there's no blend? There's just the dark color and nothing there compared to like over here where I blended in. See how more realistic this looks? Although it could use a little bit right there. This side looks so much more realistic than say right there. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to feather this out, blend this out with just a little bit of white and blue. And then I'll go in and just pick off a highlight right across them like that. But in the meantime, it's been feathered in. Yes, it's Mariola Budek or Budek, however you say it. I showed the cover earlier, and I did a little flip. So if you missed it, guys, at the beginning of the show. Okay. I'll show you how to do a few little cool strands. You don't want to do that though till after you've got everything done in the face and everything, because you don't want to have to try to go around that. All right, so I'm just kind of blending this in here. I'm going to take my kneaded eraser, clean it up, get a clean place here. You just, because it picks up quite a bit every time you do this. So you have to keep cleaning your eraser. Okay. Then you can also, thank you. Then you can take your erasers and you can get a few little hairs with your eraser, but I like to do it with my Posca pen. I can get a thinner line than I can with this, but just so you can show you can make some highlights with your eraser and kind of just, you have to take your time and kind of skip it across. And then I usually take my finger and kind of blend it out so it's not like a white, like line, harsh line. Let's do one over here. And then I just kind of go like that. So you can get more individual little hairs. And you might have to clean your eraser. Just, come over on your paper towel or somewhere and just kind of get off the excess. Okay. And the same thing as you go, if you get, anything on somewhere you don't want it, you can just go in there and erase it off. And then keep your background clean. Because you're moving around. Unless you spray it in between what you're doing, it's going to get on the background. It's going to get on other places. So you got to, make sure you're not dragging it, dragging the pastel all over the place. All right, Dee, very tall. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in, Keisha. Or is it Keisha? Keisha Creations. Thank you. All right. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of blue in her eyes. I want the same blue. I'm trying to keep I probably should do this with pencil. I'm trying to keep the same blue all around. I'm going to have probably like white, almost white roses with just a little bit of blue. Let's do one real quick. Let's see how we can test this out. Let's add more white so that the shadow on the roses are not as dark as her hair. They're still going to be the same color, but they're going to be white roses with shades of blue. So I want very little color. A little more than that, though. So I'm going to put some in, and I'll get in there with pencil too. Okay. Let's get in here with the roses. Like I said, I want to keep them white. We'll do the leaves olive green. So I'm just going to get a little bit of base. Let's do this big one down here. Not looking at chat for a minute, guys. Let's get a little color on each one. Make sure I don't miss any there. Oh, I can say there. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll take my electric eraser. The paper smooth? No, there's no texture to this. It's like Bristol. It's like Bristol paper. No texture at all, Sean. All right, so now what I want to do, and I will go back in here with some pasta highlights too, I think. Okay, a little bit shiny. Okay. I'm blowing away the dust from erasing. And I'll probably go in here with a little pencil as well. So I'm just kind of, I just want a little hint of color in the roses. I do portrait and pet and people portrait commissions, but I'm not doing them at this time, Amanda. Yeah. Okay, so now looking it over. Let's see if I need to clean up any areas here. And by the way, if anybody's just coming in, this one is going to Melody. She gives us so many books and helps so many in the community that I wanted to give her a thank you. So this one is going to Melody. But I'll post a picture of it when I'm done. Okay, so. Oh, thank you, Kenny. Oh my gosh, Kenny. Seriously, did you mean to give me that much, Kenny? Kenny said, I finally paid off last hospital bill. Kenny, are you sure you meant to give me that much? Seriously, I'll deny it. Kenny, tell me now. I will not take it. Absolutely. Kenny, $99 super chat. Thank you so much, Kenny. You're so sweet. Do not do that if you can't do it. Thank you so much. I want to make sure you're sure. You did? Okay. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I will be sending you, I do send out thank yous to people at Super Chat and PayPal me. So Thank you so much. Kenny, that is so sweet. You already do enough for this channel. You, Melody, Connie, there's so many of y'all. Sharon L, who's never she's never live, and she supports the channel. Vonnie, there's so many of you. Lindy, there's so many of y'all that support the channel so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know. Isn't it nice? She is. Y'all are just awesome. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, Kenny. I mean, I'm just kind of like, oh, oh, thank you. Thank you guys. Well, I love you guys too. Y'all know. Y'all know I do. Okay, let me get back to work now before I know, guys. Y'all so sweet. Oh my gosh, Kenny. Well, you probably need to save it, Kenny. Seriously. Oh my gosh, Kenny just paid off all her hospital bills. Just the fact that you paid off all your hospital bills is amazing. Yes, it's an awesome group, Keisha. It's an awesome group. I've known a lot of these ladies and some of the guys for at least 9 years. November, I'll have been streaming 9 years. And a lot of these people I've known and been on YouTube for 5 years. So I've known a lot of these people for a long time. So, and we love new people. We love having new people. And yeah, we watch out for each other and we all support each other's channels. Oh, I know. I appreciate, and just being here, guys, giving me thumbs up. That, that is support as well. Trust me. That is support. Yeah, Kenny says she's been with us 6 years because some of you, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people that have been here at least 5 years have been back over from Ustream, which was 4 years before YouTube. So, yeah, hi Sandy Pink, as I call her. She's been watching over 10 years from Ustream. Yeah, back to Ustream. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, guys. It is a great community, Bridget. It's an awesome community. Yeah, it's 9 years next month. Now, Sandy might have been, because Paula, I met Paula, I think 3 months before I started streaming. So maybe Sandy means that. The first person that I ever watched on Ustream was the artistic biker Blade. He was the first person I found on Ustream. And then I think the next person was Paula. But at Blade's show is where I met Julie Topaz. I think I met Paula there and Carrie Love and Vicky BR. I'm trying to think of who else I remember from Artistic Biker Blades. Hi, Kathy Berg. Are you talking to Kathy Berg? Are you talking about Colleen's? I'm not sure. I didn't catch Kathy's first comment. Okay, guys, let's get crack-a-lacking. I want to try to get as much done as I can. Thank you again, Kenny. Very sweet. I will be sending you out some happy mail. All right, where's my tool? Oh, here it is. All right, let's do some leaves. So I'm going to go to this sponge here on this side here that has some green, area of green. I'm going to clean off the blue, or most of it anyway. It comes right off. And even though the tool looks stained, as long as it's not coming off on a paper towel, it's pretty clean. Now, I'd probably go make sure it's really clean before I did a face. But I want to get into her eyes and stuff here in a minute. Yes, yeah, Julie and I met at Blades. And I want to make sure, well, let me go back to the blue for a minute again, because her eyebrows are going to be blue. I'll get the individual hairs. I'll do that with pencil. But let me throw a little blue shade on her eyebrows there. All right, now let me clean off the tool. All right, now I'm going to get in here with the dark. Well, I don't know if I'm going to need that darker green. Probably a little half and half. This and the, okay, and these colors are, let me tell you, it's a little, I think that's black. And then this one is bright yellow, green, extra dark. Okay, I'm going to go with these two. You don't need much, just more of the green. You need coffee? Can you go get coffee? Come back. All right, now I'm going to shade in the olive. And again, if I get it on some of the veins that I don't want it, I'll go in there with my eraser. It's a lot easier just to kind of get a base coat in. That's almost too dark. I think I'm going to need these two colors. I need these two. That's going to be too dark. So let's go with that green and this green. And this green is, I don't want to flip it upside down over on my picture. This one's bright yellow green shade. Bright yellow green shade. Yeah, I'm gonna erase this off. This is too dark. It's gonna be too dark on my olive colors. I'm gonna need more of this color than the green, dark green. There we go. Okay, this tip is starting to, so here's a couple tips on the tips. When this starts to wear on this side, if this side is not completely worn, because if you use both, it's going to wear on both. But if you haven't worn off the other side, you can take it off and turn it over. Just turn it over and you can use the other side. See how, I don't know if you can see how worn that's getting right there. So now I can turn it over and use it. Now this one will tear real easy. You got to be gentle. Like I say, put it on like you're doing a baby's sock. You got to be very gentle because that'll tear. You said the paper is smooth. Do pencils not a good? Oh no, Melody. Pencils are awesome. I love pencils on smooth paper. I love pencils on smooth paper. Now we're going to go with pencils here in a little bit. You can do both, back and forth. The watch is telling me to stand again. All right, so I'm going to get some of this as my shade here. Some of this are very tiny little leaves going up over the roses. I'll get in with the stems. I'll get in here with the pencil, and pencil goes over pastel just fine. I'm not looking at chat for a minute, guys. In here with the shade part of the leaves. Thank you, Devin. Dee, when I got my pants, 4 were broken. Huh? Did you send them back? Because I know they're real good about that. If you get some broken ones, I didn't. None of mine were broken. And of course, it's going to probably depend where you buy them from too. And if y'all really like pan pastels, there's a Facebook group. There's a Facebook group if you want to get more into it. There's some water droplets here, so I'm going to shade under those water droplets. And again, all these little veins or any place that I want to remove color, just do that with eraser. So just getting it based in. Yeah, they are quick, Nanamo. Yeah, and you can shade over pencil too. So you can go back and forth. So like, let's say you did some skin with pencil, you can blend that. I mean, it won't blend your pencil with the pan pastel. It won't blend the pencil, but it'll cover up pencil texture, if you will. So I want to get in with a little pencil here shortly. Okay, so there is a base of the dark green. Now I'm going to go in here with the light green. Probably need to do a little blend with that as well. I want the lighter green. Oh, let me clean my tool off. And there's different kinds of tools. Let me show you some of the different shapes. And they're the little sponges, and you just replace the little sponge. You don't have to replace the tools. Here's the 3 different shapes. So you can do a lot with these. Okay, you could use the point of this, like right here, this point right there. Instead of using the point here, you could use the point on the side of one of these. Okay, there's also the different kind of sponges, shapes, there's different ones of those. And then you buy your refills, like this. You just buy the refills of your sponge things. And then this is another tool, and they're called soft, SOFFT. So there's this one, and then there's the little short ones like this, but shorter, pointy. These are not like makeup sponges. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a makeup sponge out there somewhere in the world that's similar or close to this material, this soft material, but I've not come across any. It's not the same. This sponge, this dense sponge, is not the same as a makeup sponge. It's just different. I can't, it's not the same. So if you buy the pan pastels, you only have to buy the handles once. You're just replacing this. This one, I will use one of these pretty much in one setting, one piece. One of these, you will use one of these every time, front and back, on something, say, like this. Okay, because they're so pointy and thin, at the tip there. Let me clean my hands off a little. Now I've been handling all that. Hi, Lady Jan. But you can buy them in a pack like this. I know I got a pack of the pointy ones here too. And then I just dump them out in a little thing here so I can pick them out. These aren't that expensive. When you initially buy a set of tools and the pan pastels, if you want an electric rake, you're going to spend a little bit of money. But what I suggest is that you maybe buy a skin tone or 2, like at Blick or something, especially if you're just using them in a color book. You're not really doing portraits or landscapes or anything. You just want to use them in a color book. Buy a couple of skin tones and a tool, and a kneaded eraser, and see how you like it. Before you invest, a lot of money. It's just like, if you were going to go buy Copics, you think you're going to like Copics. Well, before you go out and buy hundreds of Copics, you're going to want to make sure you like it, right? So you would just buy a couple, maybe a set of the chows in the skin tones. Well, yeah, that's what I'd say, is just try a couple and see if you like it. All right, so now let's go back to, let me go to my green here, my light green. And, I'm a color pencil gal. That's my favorite medium that I use probably more than anything. I need some blue right in there. Um, so the fact that I can use these with color pencil, it's like amazing. I'm going to get some of those smaller areas with pencil. Let's just get some right in here. And it's probably a good idea if you're going to do something like this. You know, after you get everything based in and everything like this, make sure you've erased any highlights or done anything, because once you fix it, you're not going to be able to get back to the white of the paper. So like I can get in here on these veins, you know. I think that's enough. I think the rest I'll do with pencil, because some of these are real tiny areas. Okay. So you probably want to spray it before you go in there and work with your pencils. Sometimes I don't do that because we're here and I don't want to take the time to go outside and spray it, but I probably really should, because I want to work on her face and her eyes. That means I'm going to have to be, you know, even if I put something down on her hair, it's not a good idea. You really should go ahead and spray it and then go back and work with pencil. Okay, so there's my base. Okay. So I want to show a few things. Let me just move the pan. I'll probably go back and forth between pan pastels and pencils. Let me get another. My baby wipe is dry. Okay, let's see. Robin says, much I would love to watch this all the way through 1 a.m. Oh, no, Robin, go to bed. Where are you? Are you in office? Where are you? Okay. All right. So now I just want to make sure everything's kind of cleaned up around the edges here, and probably just kind of get a clean area paper towel, make sure there's no dust here that I'm smearing around in. Yeah, I'm recording. Hopefully it's recording. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and let's go to some pencils here. Some stuff, I'm stepping on things here. Okay, so I'm going to get some blues out because I want to get her eyes. All right, so let's see and I've got my pencils here. I got my Prismacolors for now. Let's see. I'm going to go with, I always like slate blue, periwinkle, those kind of colors. But because I'm probably going to need peacock blue, because this is phthalo blue. It has a bit of green. It's more like peacock blue. I got my little my sharpeners here in a little bowl. Oh, Keisha, sadly, I have to get ready for it. Bye, Keisha. Thanks for stopping in. It's nice to meet you. I'm sure some of the girls have already gone to your channel and found you. Yeah, I'll find it later. Okay, thank you. I stream every Monday and Wednesday, and then an occasional impromptu. But I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I usually hear about 30 minutes early to chit-chat with everybody. So make sure and come back. Thank you. Hi, Donna. Holly D. So, all right. So these colors and a white. Probably this light. I don't know if I'll need light blue. Maybe I'll just need white. But I'll get, all right, so let me tell you what colors I'm going to get here. To start out with in her eyes. So I have white, sky blue light, peacock blue, and periwinkle. Those are the blues that let me sharpen this one. I may or may not use. Any pink going? No pink today, Sandy. And then I need a couple of flesh tones. One of the, let's see, no, I like chestnut, but is it henna? It's henna. Where's my henna? nectar, and there's clay rose. I don't see my henna. I like henna. Okay. All right. So I don't know which ones of these I'm going to use. I'll just kind of go back and forth as I need them. Those are the blues. Then I also just pulled out terracotta, clay rose, nectar, mahogany red, and chestnut. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just kind of hold them here. This is kind of how I do. Now, if I'm doing a portrait, I'm looking at someone's colors. You know, if I'm doing a portrait, I've got their photograph next to me, and I'm trying to match up colors to go with the portrait, right? Bye, Marja. But when I'm doing my own skin colors, I can do whatever I want. I will need a little bit of a pink color too. I think I'll go with blush pink because I might need to blend. So I just kind of look and see what I might need. I'm kind of seeing both at the same time. I'm seeing these colors and these colors at the same time. So I think I'm going to let me go ahead and go with mahogany here. Mahogany, what is it called again? Mahogany red. So I'm going to start doing some details now. And if you get pencil lines, that may be too red. Okay, that's going to be too. I'll use that in her lips. It's going to be too red. So now I'm going to go with the terracotta. If you start getting pencil, it takes time to. Let's go ahead and see if I can zoom in now again. It takes time to do this with pencil. To blend with pencil. So that's one of the nice things about the pastel. So let's just say, okay, I got a little bit, it's a little too textury right there. And what I can do is let me take the end of this one because I've got green on here. I'll just take, I have another sponge here somewhere. Where'd it go? I'll just take a little bit of the color and then I can blend it out. So it's really not it's not moving the pencil at all. It's not moving the pencil. It's covering up the pencil. Okay? It's covering up the pencil. Yeah, and most people, and I say this all the time, when let's just say I'm just using pencils or just coloring in general. Most people that don't like their own coloring, it's not the colors. It's not the colors that they're not liking. They don't put enough contrast. They'll leave it like this. They'll think that's good. But you see how high contrast? Same for the hair. See how dark blue that is? It's the contrast that people don't put in their coloring is why they usually don't like it. They don't get dark enough. They don't get dark enough or light enough, or both. Now I'm going to try to get around her eyes and do this so that I can do her eyelashes and so you can see. Okay. And see how far back I'm holding my pencil? If you hold your pencil back far away, you won't put hard pressure. It's really hard to put hard pressure if you hold your pencil. If you get down like this, you're going to get hard pressure. Hold your pencil way back here and you will do it softer and gentler. And you'll sing in your head, soft kitty, warm kitty, warm fur. Okay, Kat, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. So if you hold your pencil far back, you won't be putting hard pressure on it, right? And you just keep doing layers. You'll do soft layers, very soft layers. See, like my tool, my sponge tools, I can't get right along that hot hairline like this. I can't get that close in there like I can with a pencil, right? Yes, Holly D. So I'm just kind of, getting there a little in the part there. It's going to be darker right up under the hairline. Feather it out. Take your time. And anytime you want to try new techniques, guys, just make a copy of especially if you spend a lot on a book. If you buy an expensive book, Serene or one like this, and you're afraid to mess up your page, then just make a copy to practice on. And then try some high contrast or try some pan pastels or watercolors or something. Try different techniques on a copy to practice on, right? Practice. You can sing that all day. Yeah. So you see how I'm kind of going out and I'm getting it darker right along her hair, but I'm also I don't want to line. I don't want to line. I want to soften that. And then if you see pencil lines that you don't like, then go back in there with your pan pastel and soften your pencil. See the difference between this and this? But it does take time. It does take practice. I've been working with pencils for, dare I say, high school. So these are the tight little places it's hard to get this tight with the pan pastels. Now, people that do pan pastels, like as long as I've been doing color pencils, they could probably do it. They could probably get tight in these little areas with the tools or other tools. I just can't do it as well as I can with a pencil. But you have to feather it out very gently. You don't want to just put one hard, even if you're doing a dark color, you don't want to just do one harsh push down and think, well, it's going to be that dark anyway, so why don't I just like hard pressure it and do it? It's not the same. It doesn't do the same. It doesn't react the same. Okay. So I'm just kind of getting this color on here now and kind of feathering it out just so far. And then I'll go back in here with henna, nectar. This is nectar. And then kind of go over that. When you're doing a portrait, not even using pastel, you can just like layer and layer and layer. You can get, I don't know exactly how many, depends on how much pressure you put down before the wax builds up. You can get, I don't know, I could probably get 10 or 15 layers of pencil if I'm careful. So can you kind of see where you almost can see a line right there of the terracotta? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going over the terracotta and into the other part of the skin. See how that softens it? I don't know if you can tell because it's very subtle, but you have to take your time. You can't, anybody can rush through. Don't get me wrong, and I go faster on the show than if I was doing it like a portrait. All right, so now I'm just going to do a little sections at a time. I'm not going to go all the way down in here because this is all going to have to be shaded down in there too. But what I want you to see is if there's any areas that just, you can kind of see the pencil just a little bit, take your tool and go in and just soften. Again, you're not moving the pencil by doing this. The pencil is not being moved, it's being covered up. So you're softening, you're going over the pencil. Just to kind of get rid of pencil marks. Okay, does that help anybody? Hi, Kangaroo Babe. Thank you, Holly D. All right, I want to get back up into the eyes for a minute. So let me go to my terracotta again. Let me just get a little bit more shading here. And then I also, and I show you all this all the time, when you're doing shadows, you can put some nectar color in there, like on the bottom of the eye and in the corner, very lightly. Don't put too much. And then you can blend it out with the white. Or you can even get in there with some Posca paint pen. But I like to put, where's my other blue? This one's going to be too dark. My slate blue. Yeah, blue slate. I'm going to go under the eyelashes with some blue slate. And maybe just a little bit above the lashes. Now, I know it sounds like, well, you're not really going to see it when you go put those black, what do you call it, eyelashes. But I'm telling you, you'll be able to, it makes a difference. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue slate in there. Now I'm going to show you close up. You can see. Here's the one slate around the eyelashes. See, it's even above the eyelashes. Here's without it. It's still pretty, but look how the blue slate makes a difference. Can y'all see that? See the blue slate a little bit in the corner, right on the top of the eyelashes, even a little bit right under there, and right in the white of the eye. Can you see the difference between those two eyes? And I haven't even done the pupil yet. Okay, I haven't even done the pupil yet. Are we buffering again? I'm sorry, guys. Don't forget, when you come back, if you're buffering, when you come back to set your settings, because the settings can default back. It can default back to 144, and you need to have it at 1080p or 720. Just some people are buffering. Okay. So that little bit of blue, whatever color eyes you make them, green, brown, purple. Okay. That little bit of blue shadow just makes all the difference. Now what I'm going to do, though, is get in here with my peacock blue and get into her actual pupil. Okay, so we get in there with the pupil. Oops, I went a little too far right there. See if I can, let me get, where's my white Posca? Find one that's working here. Okay. I'll do the highlights. I'm not doing the highlights yet. I'm going to do that in a minute so you can see them. Okay, I'm not putting any white Posca highlights yet. It just has. Okay, so now, let's see what else I want to do right here. Maybe a little more blue right there. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple things. I want to do her eyebrows. So y'all know, let's see if this is going to be the good enough color. I like to make my eyebrows a little bushier than the artist made them. I just like those little individual hairs. So I'm flicking hairs. I'll do one and hold it up. Okay, see? I just like those little extra hairs and the eyebrows showing. I don't want to give her Frida. Okay, now I'm going to take my black Sharpie. You can either use a Sharpie pen or Faber-Castell. Okay, I don't know if I can zoom in anymore. If I zoom in, it might get a little pixelated, but I'd like you to be able to see these eyes a little better. Okay. Do you ever buy PDF? No, I've bought a couple of Bennett Kleins, but no, I don't. I like I buy the book, and then however the paper is what I roll with. Okay, so now I'm going to do the eyelash. First the eyeliner. Okay, and then into the pupil there. Same for this one. Let's go ahead and do this. And into the pupil again. I've already done it once. I did it earlier. But because we've used pastel, it's kind of got on the black. Okay, same for her nostrils. I'm going to go in there with some shading with pencil. Okay, I think I want just a little bit more light blue. Just a tiny bit of light blue. Okay, now when you do the lashes, most of the people that have done the line art, it's fairly obvious that you don't want to. Here, let me show you. I always show this. When you're doing the eyelashes, you most of the time, if you're going to draw them, of course, don't do what I'm going to show you here. But most eyelashes are already kind of based in. I always like to add a little extra lash. But when you're drawing lashes, do not do this. When you're doing lashes, you want to go like this. And they're different sizes. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna follow the artist's lashes, but I'm also adding some extra long ones. Do not do this part. Don't go in here with your lashes until you've got your skin done. You don't want to have to try to color around these eyelashes. Okay, so there's the one with extra lashes, and there's the one with no extra lashes. Okay. And then I put a couple on the bottom. When you put your bottom lashes, make sure they're growing out of. Make sure your lashes are coming out of not up on the pupil. Don't make your eyelashes up there on the pupil. That's not where your eyelashes grow. They grow out from that lid line there. Okay. And if you don't know, go look up. If you're not sure, you want to do some pretty makeup on your color book pages. Just go look up pretty makeup on Pinterest, or uh, Google Images or something. Just go look up eye makeup and try to emulate the eye makeup of the picture. All right, so now I'm going to add just a couple of darker hairs right along the bottom there. Just a couple, just to kind of darken up the brow there. And I haven't even done her nose or mouth or nothing yet. Okay. Something like that. Thank you, Melody. This is coming to you, so I hope you like it. All right, now I'm going to take my white, and I want to kind of, if there's any areas where I put the blue and the henna, or what was it? Was it henna or nectar color in her eyelid. I'm going to kind of just make sure that's nice and soft, nice and smooth there. Nice and blended. And then I'm going to add a few highlights. Okay. I want to add highlights around the outside edge of her eye there. It's very subtle. And if it gets too much, just tap it. Just put it down and kind of just touch it. Just in the very corner, just a little bit there. And again, if it gets too obvious, just tap it with your finger. I could make her cry, but I don't want to make Melody cry, but it would be very easy just to take and make a tear. All right, so now I'm going to add just a little bit extra white in the eye here. Just a dash in the white of the eye. And now I'm going to go, because we've been using different colors of pastel, those whites there, they may look it on camera, but they're not pure white. So I'm going to go over those just to make sure they're nice and white. You can also add more highlights if you want. Look at manga. Look at manga. They'll have usually like 5 highlights. Not always, but if you look at manga, you're going to have a lot more highlights. You can add more. Thank you, Kim. And then just, kind of look around and kind of where you want highlights. You can go back over. Again, tap. Just look at eye makeup. So there we go with the eyes. Also, another place to add a nice highlight is right here. Right under the high brow, right under there. If you add a little bit of highlight there, just like if you're putting on makeup, you want a little highlight there. There's going to be other highlights, like right along the top of her lip line here. Okay. Now her lip is not, let me get some color here. Let me go to that let's see, what was that? Mahogany. Mahogany and the nectar. Okay, now we're going to do a little something, something with her lips. Okay. Now I put the dark right there. It's going to be some dark right under here. And now the rest of my coloring of the lips is going to be more lines. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm doing lines. If this was close up, you'd see I'm doing this. I'm doing this on the lip. Okay. Just smaller. So we're going to bring her lips to life here. And again, just look it up. Google Images, Pinterest. Look up, lip makeup or any of it, just so you can kind of, and look at it real close. Look at it real close. Okay, now to kind of blend that out. Let's see, I need a little bit more right in here. To blend this out, I'll take my nectar, or is it, nectar. And I'm going to soften that very lightly. Maybe she might even have a little bit of a dimple, little indent right there. Just a little bit of a pouty look. So you're just adding that little tiny touch of shadow right there. Can give her a little bit of a pouty look. Okay. Maybe a little bit darker right in here, right in the little divot in her lip there. And then again, I'm going to go back with some white. Tap it, don't get too stark. And then usually you're going to have some highlight like right along on the outside of that little divot, just a little bit like that. If you tap it, it won't be obvious. Two, there, that's better. Okay, let me go back with maybe a little bit of more lipstick. And then an extra little highlight. Too much. I need that little sharpness right in there. She looks like she could kiss us. Now, once that white is dry, you can go back over it. Got to make sure it's dry, but then you can go back over it with a lighter color and knock back so it's not like a harsh white. Now, I do want that white line there, a couple of those. It's pretty much like I want it. But once it's dry, you can go in there and knock it back a little with your pencil. Okay. Maybe even a little bit darker. I should get out the dark brown right in here. But if you just see that little bit of shading right above, that gives her like a little bit of a pouty, like her little lip is, maybe even a little darker right there. Like a little dimple like. It's not really a dimple, but. Okay. All right, let's get up on our nose. All right, let me go in here. I think I'm going to go in here now with Clay Rose. I just want to. This nostril, there was not really much of a nostril line on this side. Let me go in here with the dark. Okay, I already went in there with the black. Now I'm just going to kind of soften those nostrils just a little. That's too much. Let me go back over there. That's too much. Very gently. Some of this you can do a pan pastel. Some you can do with the pencil. Just the slightest little tilt to her nose there. Don't want that too harsh. Gotta keep it soft. That's a little dark right there. Okay. Now she's very young, so she's not going to have much of a line coming down here, right? She's not going to have like, sometimes you can see like not really a harsh line unless they're really old, but you can kind of start seeing where this line is start coming down. But what she's so young, she's not going to have that. Oops. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else I really want to make sure I get done here? I'm just going to keep softening. Again, you could get out the pan pastels and smooth out anything. Okay, now see how this is what we started out with. See your skin here and here. All right, let's do one rose before we go. We'll want to do a few more little things, and I want to show you the white highlight, the white hair thing that I do. All right, let's do this one rose. So I'm going to use these same colors of blue that I mentioned earlier. I'll start with the peacock blue. Now, see, I don't want to set my hand on here. I'm going to try to hold my hand way back here. So I'm going to shade just a little bit because they're going to be really going to be kind of white roses. So I don't want too much darker than I got already. Just a few little areas. Can you see that little tiny bit of extra dark right in here? And it's almost like just in the points, just like in the very points. Do I want it that much darker? And right under her hair there, that's going to be darker. See, this is where some of the darkest shade would be. Same thing for any of the darker hairs if you want a few extra dark hairs. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the lighter blue and just kind of blend that in. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it really a white rose here in a minute. This is the shadow on the white rose. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take my white Posca. Are we still with the tour, guys? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of these black lines on the highlighted, like where the light is on the rose. You would not see a black line. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of those black lines. You just got to kind of keep working with, depending on how much you want to do. And then also don't forget, just because you've gone over with Posca and you say, oh, that's too white, you can go back over the white once it dries. Make sure it's dry. Once that white is dry, you can go back over. You're clutching them. You can go back over that white with a light blue or whatever color you want. Okay. So don't think that just because it looks, oh, that looks so bright. You can let it dry and then go back over it. Go back over it with some of the light blue. But it just looks more realistic on the edges if you can get rid of those black lines. Okay. I can even lighten this up some more in here. Now, as soon as that dries, I can go back in here with my light blue and go over some of this white. Okay. Okay. Bye, Melody. I hope you're liking your picture as it's coming along. All right, now I'm going to, let's do one of the little green leaves here. Let me get a couple of olive colors. Let's see. Well, I think it's moss. Is it moss green? Yeah, moss green. Over here and sharpen. I'm going to back out here in a minute. Okay, so now I can get in here with some of those shadows that I really couldn't get to with the, because it's so tiny. I couldn't get to those tiny little leaves with the tool because it was, not small enough. So now I can get in there. I think I'll go with, let's go with, I think, citron green here. Citron green. And kind of blend and feather. A little bit of highlight with the citron. Okay. So I hope you can see the difference now that makes. Let's do one of these leaves here. You can do the little veins. Make sure your pencil's really sharp. I'm going to citron. Okay, and the same thing if you want to add some highlights. Again, it's going to look very white and bright. But once you put it on, you can go back. You can go back with your green as soon as it dries. Make sure it's dry. Just add a few little highlights. Even maybe get rid of some of that black line there. A little bit of it. And then as soon as that dries, you can go back in with the green again. Okay, this is probably dry enough now, so I can go in here with the light blue. Okay, so now I can go back in here, and where the black lines used to be, I can kind of put blue there, so it won't be so harsh. And then you can kind of feather out any of the white that you want to kind of knock back some of the white. You can also, go back in there if, depending on how tight it is, you could get back in there with some of your pan pastel if you need to. So I'm just kind of going over the white just to knock it back a little. But it is a white rose, so I don't want to get rid of the white completely. Something like that. Night, great. Thank you for stopping in. So you can see it takes a little time, even if you're using pan pastels. Pan pastels to me are the best thing, like for skin or the big, the hair here. Then I can also go in here and do a few more hairs, that you want to get a few extra little detail of hairs, but I'm going to show you how I add a few little highlights. Hang on. Okay, so like little black line art up here, you could go over that so it's not so black. Add a few extra little strands here. I'm trying to stay in camera because I'm so zoomed in. I have to keep moving my piece to stay in camera. Okay, now what I want to show you now, of course, I'd go all the way through the whole hair, all of her hair, and just add extra little oomph to the hair. But then, here we go. I'm trying to be careful not to, I haven't sprayed this yet, so I'm going to try to be careful not to make a big smeary mess and make sure there's no smudges on the piece anywhere. All right, so here's where you can add, let me get it here, add extra little hairs. Don't do this till you're sure you're done with everything else. You can tap it. You don't want to get it too. So I'm just going to add a few little highlights. And they're crossing over. Now her hair's not blown in the wind. Otherwise, you could make them really fly away. But you can add just a few little strands. See how that looks? See how that makes it look so real? But don't try to do this part till you're finished with all the hair, because otherwise you're going to try to be coloring it and shading in between, right? You're going to be shading in between those little strands. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple other things. I'll hang on. I don't want to do too much here because I need to shade some more here. Okay, so these strands, I don't really want to do these strands. I'll do a couple just so you can see how they're going to go. But I'm not done doing the shading right in there. But I want to show you, this is kind of a cool thing. I like to do this. You got to kind of be brave. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. You just do 2 or 3. Don't do too many. This one needs to come longer. And this is the same way you do a tear, by the way. Okay. I won't have this one coming into her eye. I'll have this one kind of coming. And it would flicker off onto the side. Okay. Okay, now let's back out so you can see the whole thing. Okay. So you can see where we're going. Now, again, we only got one rose done and one leaf, but you can see how the leaf right there, see how much more lively that looks than these? And same thing for the rose. I still think I need a little, even a little bit less line art showing on this rose. That's just me. Okay. And if you wanted to do a tear, which I don't want to do because this is going to miss Melody, what you would do is right where the eyelid is, you would just kind of do a little puddle of white right on the eyelid right there and just let it drop just a little. Don't make her look like she's, needs a tissue and is going to snot all over everything. And again, if you're afraid to try that, guys, make a copy. Make a copy and test it out, even if you just do one eye, So now you can see we're so backed out here. You can kind of see where when you back out like that, you just get the whole big picture. Okay. Now the other thing, we hadn't decided yet if we were going to do gel pen jewelry. I think it needs to be something other than blue. We had talked about doing blue jewelry, but I think it needs to be gold, right? So I don't know if I want to do. Oh, wait. One other thing before we go. Let me zoom back in. Before we go and do one more thing. I want to do this water droplet here. Okay. So again, you can use a little bit of blue. And those little water droplets. And then my dark green, you want to make sure you have a nice hard shadow. You wouldn't think that a bubble or a water droplet would need a shadow, but even the smallest ones, they need a shadow. Okay. Nice shadow under your water droplets. Okay. Then you can take your white. And again, if you want to get rid of some of the line art, I mean, they have to draw it, so you gotta, it's got to be there, right? But you can do a little bit of droplet on there. You can do it. I don't really want to do this yet because I haven't done the leaf. You want to do your background first, but you can have a little bit of drip. Kind of coming down that leaf a little. But you got to shade it. You got to shadow it. If you don't have a shadow under, it's not going to look right. Go back and I got to let that dry, but I want to put a little blue in there, but I have to let that dry first. Or I could hit it with the heat gun. But you can't, pencil will not go over wet Posca. I don't want it to look like a spermatosa. It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? All right, let's get rid of that. I just looked at it and I went, I don't know about that. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that drop. You can do it probably over here. I could have it drop off. I could probably have it drop off her arm or something, like it's dripping off her arm right there. Of course, I haven't shaded this leaf yet, guys. So, I need to get in here and shade. Sorry. A little science lesson going on here. For those that don't know what it looks like. So let's just let's get a shading going on here. So see, I haven't finished shading all this yet. Shading in between each one of those veins. Make that stand out. All right, so let's put a little bit of blue back in there. I think it's dry. Okay. I could spend a little more time on that, guys, but but you see how you start shading the leaf real dark under there? All right, let me zoom out here. There we go. Oh, a little bit more. I was really zoomed in. I can zoom in about 20, 25 clicks. So, yeah, there we go. That's true. That's true, Sean. He said flowers fertilize the plant. Oh, my goodness. So, I will work on the rest of this today after lunch, and I will post. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Oh, Sammy, there's Sammy. I didn't know you were here. I was bragging on you earlier, telling everybody if they want to see awesome hair tutorials to go to your channel, Color and Chat with Sammy, and that's Color with the U. She's in the UK, and so yeah, you can see how we're coming along. I'll try to finish it up after lunch and post a picture of it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So yeah, she actually kind of has Sammy eyes. I think are your eyes blue? Sammy kind of looks like you a little bit. Yeah. Sammy doesn't have blue hair, at least last time I saw her. All right, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I don't know if I'll do an impromptu Friday or not, or over the weekend or whatever. I just never know. But I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out, chatting about books. Thank you again, Kenny, for the awesome super chat, and everybody that supports the channel. Don't forget, let me show you the cover of the book. We're going to give a copy of it away. We're going to give a copy of it away next Wednesday. I have a all wrapped up package of one here. Let me show you. And it has a bookmark, and it has some extra things in it. So it comes like this. And Melody sent us 2 copies. So this one will be given away next Wednesday, as long as, nothing barring internet or anything like that, because next Wednesday is the first Wednesday. Thanks, everybody, for all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And hope y'all have a great day. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.